Hey everybody, it's Bust with Bust Builds Decks number 5. Today, we're continuing on our adventures with Balatro. And so in our previous video, we had a very hand-centric deck. We had a lot of jokers that gave bonuses for playing hand cards, that's King, Queen, and Jack, or they would let those cards activate multiple times, get big multipliers off of them. And I felt like today, as a nice change of pace from that strategy, is to play the deck that just doesn't have any face cards in it. And so we will be playing the Abandoned deck today. This one, again, at the start of the game, it takes all of the face cards out of your deck. The aces remain, the tens remains, but the kings, queens, and jacks are taken out. I have won a run on this one, so we'll be playing on the red stake. This is our first video on the red stake as well. So the small blind gives no reward money, and it applies all previous stakes. And so this is the only one that matters. We haven't leveled up to stake number 3, but as you move up in the levels or ascensions, if you will, these abilities come in and stack. And so let's dive in, see what turns up, see if we can't have a nice little set of battles out here today. And so, the boss round. Cards played previously this ante are debuffed. I'm not the hugest fan of running into this, but we'll do our best and see what we can do. As far as the jokers go, I do like this this foil. If we skip the big blind, and I think that that's what we're going to look to do. The problem with that kind of strategy is we just don't have much money, and so there's a chance if this joker comes up and it costs like 11 that we can't purchase it. And so let's run through this small blind real quick, see what happens, see if we just actually don't get any money whatsoever. I'm not entirely certain how that's supposed to play itself out, and we'll skip this round afterwards to get into that joker. Oh man, if we're going to skip the next round, we probably shouldn't have played this too, right? Since our cards are going to be disabled on that boss round. That's kind of annoying. Let's see if we can't pick up this straight and get out of this so we can actually play some of the cards out of our hand. So let's see here, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. I want to pick like similar suits, I believe, right? We're taking all the hearts and spades so we can keep up our diamonds and stuff for the boss round. We'll see how this plays out. Might just have to do battle with this next blind if we get stuck having to play a bunch of cards. This is only 280. Okay, that got us over the top. Over the top like Sylvester Stallone, you know. I can't remember Sylvester Stallone's name from Over the Top. Yeah, it was such a classic character. It's not like the guy that he was based on was like Duke Hawk or something, Hawk Dukes, Jack Dukes. I can't remember. He wrote like a biography that was just completely full of shit. I think he told the world that he was like a Navy SEAL and he did all kinds of combat training and he kept going to the Kimutes and getting in fights and winning over and over again. It's like he didn't lose a fight for 30 years or some shit. And that's what. Hang on, I'm getting oh god, man, that's Bloodsport. Oh, I'm losing it, man. I'm getting Bloodsport mixed together with Over the Top. It's not even the same guy. That's a Van Damme movie. Shit, I'm losing it. All worth it. All worth your time, though. If you got some free time this weekend to go check out both Bloodsport and Over the Top, but man, I'm losing my brain. All right, let's move forward with this. The 80s can be left in the 80s. And so, yeah, I think we want to skip over these. We should be able to get up to enough gold after the boss round to pick up whatever this foil tagged joker is. And so we're going to take the skip, move into the next one, see what turns up. And so, yeah, we do have quite a few cards that we just don't get value out of. We'll go ahead and discard them. There are a handful of spades. You could still play these cards, right? If we wanted to make a straight, we could play 7, 6, 5, whatever, 4, and then just not get points for those cards. But I think we can at least try and discard a little bit here and see if, since we don't have those face cards, we should be more likely to make some straights and make some 3 of a kinds and stuff, and so we could play towards that. All right, but here I think we'll get rid of the ace and the 2. We are wrapped on this 9 to 6, and then we have a pair of 3s, and so hopefully we can build up to something with these. So here is a straight. 9, 10, 8, 7, 6. We can hang on to the club if we want. We do have an additional club in hand. Okay. I already forgot the cards that we played on the last round. And so I knew there was a pile of hearts. I don't remember what the other cards we played were in terms of what's going to get blocked out here. All right, what do we got though? 3 clubs in hand with a singular pair. Don't think we want to be hanging on to this 9. We only have 1 discard left though. Maybe we do have to hang on to this ace so we can play a bad flush. And then maybe just make a discard like this. We do have 3 of a kind in hand, so if we hit a pair, like we have 2 ways to go about this. We can either look to play the full house, the 3's full of 7s, or we could look to play the club flush. And we are still left behind with 3 clubs after this, and so let's go with that full house. Yeah, we just need 100 points on 2 hands. I think we should be okay. That's pretty doable. We have a 2 pair if we want to go ahead and discard the ace at this point. And then pretty likely even a high card would get us that last little bit we need to get over the top. just gotta say over the top over and over again. Gonna stick in your brain. Alrighty, there we go. Got the 600 chips. Good job, good job. Oh, I had a comment a couple of videos ago to tinker with the sound. I've been doing it. Let me know if it's good or if it's not. I've got the sound to the point to where, shit, wrong button. I've got the sound to the point where it's like max audio, but just a little bit of music volume because I don't like the song's not terrible in this game, but I do get tired of hearing it, and so hopefully those card noises are still rolling through. I can adjust it more. I can make the game noise louder and still cut the music down, but hopefully it's turning out okay. Nonetheless, moving forward, we're definitely taking the foil joker that we just went through the effort to get. The 80 chips for a flush is something that we can look to perhaps build towards, although it's not super important. I'm pretty happy here in the early game just to get this 50 chip bonus to every hand that we play. And then I think we'll look to just build up hand from here. Played aces. This is a nice build around, actually, building towards aces. The bummer with building towards aces, though, is like if you're gonna be like making straights, then you have a nice wrap, right? To where say you're building around straights with queens are involved, you can go up to like ace to 10 or king to 9, queen to 8, but if you're building to aces and we don't have any face cards in our deck, we're really limited to the wheel, right? The ace to 5, and then you can't make, say, king to 4 straight anyways. And so I don't think we're super interested in the scholar in this round, so we'll skip over it over that, even though that is a pretty powerful one. And then it feels like we should just be skipping this small blind every time that it's reasonable. These are lining up kind of shitty, right? I would like the rare joker to show up, but if we're not getting any money for the round, I would rather just collect the cards that come with it. I don't think there was any interest involved in that. That's tough. I don't remember if we started that round with 4. We'd only be picking up 1 interest though, and so it's not like it's a big collection of money. But we do have 2 reasonable cards within here. This foil 4 of hearts is a very strong one. Glad to pick that up. The steel 6 isn't as good. Maybe we look towards the 9. The 9 with the gold seal on it. You get $3 when this is played and scores. Since we are kind of lacking in that small blind money. And so yeah, I'm going to skip the rare joker. We got to get some kind of dollars at some point, and they just aren't picking up without finagling how we work these rounds. But sure, let's go ahead and start off with the wheel. We have a nice build around in the next hand to go with the 5, 6, and the 7. $420, nice. Nailed those chips. So what do we got here? We could look to, we could just play the 2 pair. It doesn't feel like we're going to get out of this without playing the 3rd hand. So I don't think we're missing out. Missing out on that gold point, right? If we finish the round, we get the $1 for every hand we have left. And so yeah, I'm pretty certain the debuff for playing on the red chip is... Oh, no, yeah, it's this money, right? How we just got $4 for playing against the big blind. I think this is always just 0 against the small blind, but we do get the dollars for the remaining hands and the dollars for the interest, I think. I don't think it's just flat out you don't get any money whatsoever on the small blind. I think it's just that round is always worth 0. Okay, and then reasonable stuff here. I do like these flush build around. So when you play cards played with the heart suit get +4 multiplier, it's very easy to just pick up 20 multiplier every round. Both of these are quite strong. I like the misprint as well. I think this is giving us that direction we want to see though, right? Picking up the heart build around when we already have the flush build around. I think I'm on board with that. And then I do like misprint, but it's so easy for me to just like never have money that I think that we'll let it go. I would prefer to kind of generate this interest up a little bit and then build ourselves to a reasonable dollar amount later. All right, so we have to discard 2 after every hand we play. We did pick up the 3 of a kind 2s down below, and we don't have any hearts really at this point except for that singular 2. I think we'll look to build towards this full house. See if any hearts turn up along the way, or an additional 2 or something. Just take a small discard. It's always tough for me to tell how worthwhile that is. Like I think it's like I really want to come out here and just play the 9, but we do have this full house. The pair slipped me. I saw our hand kind of end with that ace of hearts and didn't notice the other ace at the side. Okay, so we didn't overkill the round. Let's just play this 9. Play something simple so we get the 3 gold. It's much more valuable than the 1 point from the hand at the end of the round. Now we just need something to finish here. 8's full of 10s. Good job. All right. Making it through. Good stuff. Lincoln Hawk. God, that was his name, right? One of you boomers out there seen over the top. Lincoln Hawk, as I'm pretty certain what pretty certain what his name was. What a wild ride of a movie. If you're not familiar with Over the Top, it's part supposed to be a touching story to where Sylvester Stallone is a shitty dad, and he kind of abandons his kid, and he reconnects with his kid while traveling cross country in a big rig. While also traveling the country, he plays in like professional arm wrestling tournaments, and so like that's part 1 of the movie, just Sylvester Stallone just being a shitty dad. Even when he tries, he's still just really shitty at it. And then you find out kind of like halfway through the movie that he's this really well-known arm wrestler on the professional trucker arm wrestling circuit, and he's making his way to Vegas so that he can play in the arm wrestling national championship. And that's where he kind of resumes abandoning his kid. But at the end of the day, he becomes the champion, wins a new big rig, right? I just assume that, if we were playing in a Legends of Runeterra tournament, fuck making money. You want to win a big rig, right? And so there's no cash prize. You just win the truck portion of a semi-tractor trailer. And then, as he becomes the national champ and wins the big rig, the kid decides, yeah, that's what I want my dad to be, and he he reconnects. It's a fucking wild ride. Highly, highly recommend it. All right, but moving forward, though, I do typically like the blue Joker, the +2 chips for each card remaining in your deck, but we're kicking things off with a small deck as it is, and still, even if it's giving us like 30 or 40 chips a hand, it's not that bad early. I just think our deck is already good enough between the Crafty Joker and the Lusty Joker that we can skip over that. And so I'm going to pass on it. We could look to pick up the straight flush. because this is what we're going to probably be building towards at the end of the day, right? We already have the small numeric deck because the face cards are taken out. We're already building towards flushes because that's what the cards have brought. But like I think we just need to ramp up the money, and so I'm gonna pass. I do like seed money, raise the cap on interest up to 10, but we're just so far behind. I think we can just skip over all of this. So what do we got here? +3 hand size next round. I never really like that. The Joker, double Joker for skipping the big blind, so we will end up skipping that one. And then the boss round is lose $1 per card played. Should be manageable. Makes me feel glad we didn't pick up the interest card as we're just out here losing money against the boss. All right, let's see if we can't pick up a quick full house or find a flush or something to build to. I keep wanting to find a good way to get this 9 on board. It just doesn't turn itself up. Maybe we just play the 9 with the card we want to discard, the 7 of spades. It gives us a little bit of build around potential. Maybe, we can't play the ace because that takes away our high card, but maybe we look to just build towards the hearts after that. So we play the high card 9 for the $3 and then follow up with trying to hit a heart flush. I'm pretty certain that a heart flush at this point is just going to end the round. It is pretty good, right? We get 20 multiplier off the Joker and then the extra chips off of the crafty. So let's see. There's got to be a 2800 right from the get-go, right? Yeah, there's them flames. Look at the fires. Good stuff. Good stuff. 6K coming out of that one. So let's see if I was right with this. Yeah. So we don't get any money for defeating the blind, but we still get the remaining hand and the interest money. Good deal. We want any of this stuff? I don't care about this retrigger thing. If we were on, like Ante 7, then maybe that would be interesting, but this is something that we're just gonna look to sell and throw away real fast. Over here, +2 multiplier if the hand contains 2 pair. It's not great. It does kind of build us up nicely with just the bonus 50 chips, though. I think this is going to be another skip round, though. We'll pick up the Jokers here, and then we are going to lose some money against the boss, and so we're at least getting to that point to where I don't feel like we've passed on any really good Jokers or really good cards, and we're getting that nice amount of money finally built up. So what do we got here? The X3 multiplier, if the hand has already been played this round, this is an excellent Joker. Just if you play 2 flushes within the round, the second flush essentially automatically wins. Otherwise, +20 for 4 of a kind, kind of meh. Played aces give 20 chips a multiplier. It's not bad, but not amazing. We really only have 1 ace in our deck we want to play. And then doubles the listed probabilities is reasonable. It's the kind of card I feel better about it now than I would on round 7, since it does give us a lot of opportunities to come in and pick up lucky cards and go for rerolls and stuff. So I might be interested in that, but we're definitely picking up the hand has already been played. And then one thing I did want to note, I kind of figured this out the other day. It's tough to tell with the Mad Joker because 4 of a kinds are hard to hit. But if you do have a Joker like this and say it says +20 mult if played hand contains a pair, right? You don't have to physically play a pair. If you play 3 of a kind, that includes a pair, so the card would activate. Or if you play a full house, the full house includes a pair, so it would activate. Or if we're out here playing towards flushes, and we say play ace of hearts, and then 3 other rando hearts, that still counts as a pair, even though we played a flush. And so some of these cards are exceptionally powerful, like whenever you play a pair, whenever you play 3 of a kind, some of those things that have hands within hands can be exceptionally strong, but that's not what we're going to get out of the 4 of a kind one. Yeah, I'm leaning towards this double the probabilities one, huh? Let's come out here and play the poker game and just roll the fucking dice. Let's see how that goes. Can't use it immediately, but I'm sure something will turn up. All right, let's kick this off. And so I think I like something like this, to where I'm going to hang on to the ace and the pair of 9s. It gives us a little bit of direction, at least towards the a full house type hand. but then we're also keeping the 2 hearts that we want for the big multipliers. Okay, so we are to 4 hearts at this point. Could probably safely discard the ace. I still like hanging on to the 9. So if that 1-9 we want to play turns up, then we have a legitimate hand that we can use it with. The gold diamond 9, whatever it was called. All right, but probably doesn't matter. These flushes are so strong. There we go. Making the fires happen. GG. All right, so we're finally getting that dollars, but nothing to really spend it on. The Empress Tarot card is fine. Adding the mult cards is something that we'll pick up. We'll make good usage out of it. 3 of a kind Joker, not interested in. Hieroglyph, we don't have any of this kind of build around stuff, right? We don't have anything that to where. Do we still have that discard thing? We have that like 1 card to where if you play it, you get 3 gold. We just don't have enough build around stuff to want to replay around. So we'll skip over that. I think we'll just bank this mana going into the next round, and then we can start to go ham from that point forward. So what's the final boss here? 2 and 7 cards get drawn face down. That's fine. This gives 1 gold per hand played this run. It's probably more valuable than actually doing battle with the small blind. I don't want to be skipping the big blind this round, so yeah, I think that's okay. Take that money, get them big dollars, and then let's let's battle the big blind and see what's up. And so, how does this land? No hearts whatsoever. We do just start with a straight. Oh, here's hearts in the middle as well. little whoopsies there, but let's just go ahead and take this straight right from the get-go. Gotta remember the multiplier thing up at the top. If we see some good hearts turn up, then we'll probably go ahead and use it. Anytime we can just drop this on 2 hearts, I think we'll be good to go. If they turn up. Here's our favorite 9. Maybe we can get it going. Just look for a flush the hard way. Okay, I'll take those dollars. Probably should have left the 6 in hand and played the 2 so we would have the pair behind, but good chance we finish the round here. Well, probably not. We aren't getting those big heart multipliers this round. A lot of hearts just turned up though. What we got? Here's the flush. This one will do it. So let's get these multipliers down. I'm going to play it on the 4 and the 5. That's kind of a nice place right in the middle for what we're doing. I guess I could see some argument to put it on the 9, but like when we were talking about aces earlier and aces not being really wrapped in terms of straights at this point, that's kind of how the 9 is as well. Like if we're looking to take cards out of our deck, I'd really like to be taking 9s and 10s out. So we can be trying to make either small straight flushes or we can play ace high flushes. The 9s and the 10s, just without those face cards, don't wrap into anything. And so I would prefer to just not have them, right? And so I think it's reasonable to go with the 4 and the 5. All right, what jokers we got here? Earns $8 if played. Hand triggers the boss ability. Just don't get to use that enough. And what's this? 12 multiplier for 3 of a kind's not bad. We haven't really stacked on it. Let's just start buying up booster packs. Play the lotto a little bit, if you will. 2 hearts is not bad. Oh, we only get 1? I'll take the heart with the gold card on it. Make some money that way, you know. Convert to spades, don't want to do. Convert to diamonds, don't want to do. The tower is not spectacular here. I could envision us playing like, 3 5 of hearts or something for and get a hand going that way. Like we can just go ahead and take the 8 of clubs out of the deck or something. I think it's fine. That makes me wonder if we should go back and try and pick up that 3 of a kind joker. It's probably not terrible. It's not like it's expensive. Cool, next round. All right, what do we got? Can we figure this out? What if we sort by suit? It's not really turning up the way I want. I have to assume, well, I guess these two cards right here between the ace and the 9 are either an ace, a 10, or a 9. I feel kind of okay just discarding those. Maybe we hang on to the 7s and then just discard this other stuff we're kind of unfamiliar with. I'm not certain how these cards stack up, though. Like, I don't want to be discarding hearts. Alright. Well. The decisions were made and stuff happened. We didn't pick up any hearts here. Kind of sucks. We just don't have a ton of diamonds, and so as it stands, there's 11 hearts in the deck. So they shouldn't be that tough to pick up. I don't really want to build towards clubs or build towards diamonds. I think we just keep discarding stuff. Try and find those hearts. Like, do we ever play anything that isn't a heart flush? Yeah, just no hearts anywhere. Only have the one discard left. We should at least, like, this should be a 2 pair, right? There's no card to the right of a 2 that would ever be relevant. Maybe we play the 3 with it as well, just to get it out of our hand. And then we'll see if we can't build up to a heart flush. I mean, it's our only thing that really scores any points, and so we gotta be getting towards it here at some point. Now we're up to 3 of them. We sort by suit. This guy we know is a heart as well. I would think that this card, the other face down card, should be a heart. As far as the cards go here, it would either have to be an ace of diamonds or a 10 of diamonds, or I guess otherwise has to be a 2 of hearts. There's not a lot of opportunities for the hearts in there either. So I'm not certain how the deck works. Like the cards that we can see on the screen, if that's what's still within our deck, to where ace of diamonds should still be in the deck and 10 of diamonds should still be in the deck. But it also says the 2 of hearts should still be in the deck. Numbers may be lower due to the 7 cards drawn face down. There we go. So it's just it's just the cards that we've seen up to this point. Fine. Just discard it. We'll actually, let's just do this. Let's play it with the pair of 9s. And then this should pretty much guarantee that we get to pick up an ace high heart flush for the next hand. Ooh, it was a club of some sort. Interesting. All right, but now we know that we're good with the hearts. I feel like, God, we got a long way to go. I don't know if we have 12,000 chips way to go. I thought this was going to be easy, but man, maybe we did too much fucking around this round. Here comes a big score. I just don't know if it's a 12,000 score that we're going to do. Only 6,000? Fuck. All right, well, we only got one hand left. This straight is not good enough. Just playing a regular straight's only going to be... starts at 30 by 4. That's not going to get there. I think we have to come up with a way to use the hearts, right? We can still play the hearts. We can maybe... Well, we can't get pairs off of them, right? We don't have the hearts added into our deck. Leaning towards just doing a discard like this and trying to hit a 2 pair that involves hearts. And then we can play the stone card along with it. Try to get that big multiplier going. I think that's where we stand. So we would want a 7 or an 8 to go with it. How do these suits look? No way we hit a heart flush. Right, so we have a pair of 9s. Maybe a pair of 8s, maybe a pair of 7s. And then we can play the stone card with it. The interesting thing would be, like, what if we actually hit a full house within these? Right? Right, we know we have like 9, 9, and then an 8. And so this card here on the left side is either a 9 or an 8, so that's good. It either gives us 3 of a kind or 2 pair. The big kicker is what this card here, the second face down one, is. If it's an 8 and we hit the full house, that's exceptionally good. If it's a 7 and then we only have a 2 pair, or potentially a 3 of a kind, I guess 3 of a kind is not that bad, right? We do have... I completely forgot we had this X3 multiplier thing. Maybe if this is a 2 pair, we're in okay shape. We already played a 2 pair at some point, right? I think we just have to roll it like this. So 8's full of 9s. Probably would have rather it's just been a 2 pair. I mean, this is like the biggest hand I think we could have hit, but yeah, we're just a little bit short. All right, tough. I feel like there were a lot of good decisions to be made within that one. We were just a little bit short there at the end. I think we just didn't really get enough like build around stuff going. I like the direction that we found with the various jokers, right? We had the flush multipliers kind of across the board, but we never really found the way to enhance the deck. We started kind of getting in there, but we didn't get it in deep enough. And so I think probably our big mistake within that one was not pushing to use the last joker, the X3 multiplier one. Maybe like I think we probably could have figured out a way to just start dropping 2 pairs on that last round, right? You play a 2 pair with 2 hearts. So how we had that last hand, right, where we were like, well, if we play 8-8-9-9 as a 2 pair and have the 2 hearts in it, we get a decent multiplier. I think that may have been the angle we should have been targeting. It's to where you play a 2 pair, play a 2 pair, play a 2 pair, try and have each of the pairs tagged off with a heart, and then go for the X3 multiplier. And so I think that round was certainly winnable. It's just going to be a matter of kind of recognizing those situations. And I think that's what will take us to kind of the next level. Like I'm starting to be able to cruise through the base round. I feel like a lot of getting through the base round just kind of involves understanding the basic mechanics of the game, but also getting the better jokers, right? You unlock stuff as you go, and so the jokers get progressively better. You accidentally spike an uncommon joker, accidentally spike a rare joker, and it does a lot of carrying. And so I think that's kind of part A to get through the base round. And now as we're going to start trying to push up the chain, we need to get a little bit more technical play. And so I think that this was absolutely a run that we should have been able to continue on with, but we didn't really approach the strategy well enough. But nonetheless, good game. I had fun with that. I hope you did too, because that is going to do it for us today. So hope everyone enjoyed the video. Hopefully maybe learned a thing or two along the way and had a good time watching. This is Bustin' We. Thank you for being here.